Now let's talk about collision. So with everything checked off, when I paint, I just paint on top of the surface of the collision objects. Okay, so if I paint like that, if I zoom in, you see that all the assets are overlapping, okay, which can be useful. But now if I check the paint over checkbox and uncheck the others, okay, you see that when I paint, they are painting on top of each other. So I can make nice stacks like that. So the brush is now aware of each painted asset's surfaces and as well as the collider meshes. So it's good, but you also can see that if you zoom in, sometimes there's still overlap. Okay, it's because of the position of their pivot point. But so I mean this is good as it is, but if you want to use the physics, the simulation, you cannot have overlapping, otherwise it's going to explode and go into every direction. So that's why we have the self-collide option. I will just remove the physics for now so you can see what it does. And if I now paint and do a stack like that, and I move around, you see that the overlapping is now completely removed. So when I will play the simulation, they will not explode everywhere. They will just fall down on top of each other. So let's turn the physics on and paint the assets. So now when I release the mouse button, the simulation is played and they do not explode, they just fall down. Right. Okay, so let's remove those and I will show you something else. So if I just left click and drag, I paint multiple assets. Now if I press shift, I will paint only one asset, okay, one by one. Great. Now let's talk about assets orientation, because now when I paint my asset on top of the colliders on or other assets, they just take care of the position but not the rotation. But if I check this orient to surface normal button and I create an asset, you see that it is now oriented on each asset surface. Okay, and now if I check the look at brush direction, this is going to maybe not with this. Let's find an asset which is better to see the directions. Yeah, something like this box. So this asset is now following the brush direction. Okay, the brush stroke. And we can have both options at the same time. So oriented to normal and to the brush direction. So with these options activated, for example, now I can start to paint multiple assets and they will already look much more natural, okay? Because they have some orientation and rotation, so you can quickly make stuff that looks cool.